You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Mr. Dan Farris.
All right,
Good day, sir.
Right out of the chute, got to thank you guys. What an amazing trip.
What a whirlwind
Wasn't
trip.
it fantastic? We went to France.
France and back in a day.
France and back, turned it and burned it, man. It was crazy. Feeling the jet lag.
Technically 2 days, because we were there overnight.
I'm still kind of feeling the jet lag as well.
Here's the thing. Since my kids are grown up and gone and whatnot, when it comes to birthdays anymore, I just kind of do my own thing. I don't really celebrate, blah, 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 blah. And so these two, John and Heidi, who host this amazing morning show, said the other day, hey, genius, pack a bag. We're picking you up in the morning. And I'm like, yeah, that's not happening. They're like, oh, yes, it is. So what do I pack? We don't care. Just be ready to go.
I prefer condiments.
Now, the thing is, about a year and a half ago or so, I tripped over a map. I was looking at something to do with America, and I came across what the Louisiana Purchase was way back in the day. And they had that territory all bordered off. It's like, this is what the United States of America bought in the Louisiana Purchase.
Yeah.
What caught my eye was, while that purchase included pretty much the entire state of South Dakota, it did not include the northeast corner or where Sisseton is.
Yeah.
So in my mind, that means Sisseton is still under French rule.
So we went to France.
And I've
They do not know that, by the way.
I've been beating this drum for almost 2 years now. So John and Heidi load me into the Concorde Ford Flex. Jet off down the interstate, and I really don't know where we're going, but what I know next is we're in some gravel parking lot, and it's a combination convenience store, restaurant, casino, and tires are on sale.
I did not see the tire store.
And Heidi hands out French berets. We put them on.
We did.
Welcome to France, dude.
Oui, oui.
And it kind of went from there.
Enjoyed some French
I
cuisine.
think what struck me, all the locals that we met and talked to, and really some lovely people, and we had a great time, but when I explained to them, hey, do you realize you're still under French rule? None of them.
They didn't know.
Yeah.
And they looked a little surprised.
Yeah, some of them seemed as though they were even a little off-put by the whole thought.
So whether this will be a game changer in Sisseton, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
And we
it
had
was
the
quite
pleasure
something.
of staying at a beautiful little resort.
Lake Pickerel Lodge.
Lake Pickerel Lodge. And we had a little bit of a hiccup when we first got there with getting into our room, but the management took care of everything.
people.
And
Great people.
the facility was beautiful. If you ever find yourself in France, the Sisseton area,
Sisseton part of France.
you definitely need to stay at the Lake Pickerel Lodge because it was on this beautiful body of water, and
Called
you
Lake
can
Pickerel.
even and you can even rent a boat and take it out for the day if you want to. It was just gorgeous.
What you will notice, and Dan and I both noticed, is it's nowhere near Sisseton.
It is not. It's
Pickerel
20.
Lake, no.
It's about 20 miles from
It's-
Sisseton.
It's about as far from Sisseton as it could be.
But here's the thing,
But
man.
it's beautiful. It was beautiful.
Cool, very cool.
If you're going to hit a different continent, you might as well see all the sights.
That's right.
If we would have had time, I would have liked to maybe go bop around Warsaw.
Yeah.
That's my old homeland. Everything's made out of cement in Warsaw. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, stuff gets dirty, bloodied up, you just hose it off. It's great.
There you go. It's a nice feature.
Meriwether Lewis of Lewis and Clark fame has a birthday today.
Nice.
Robert Redford is, can you believe it? He's 84.
Oh, wow.
Born Charles Robert Redford, for those of you keeping score at home. Patrick Swayze would have been 68 today. Life ended tragically early. It was 1926 this very day, and this is kind of weird, but this day, 1926, weather map is televised for the first time, which was kind of pointless because in 1926, nobody had a TV. I'll bet they were pretty proud of themselves. They were. I'll tell you what. Jay Trobeck's great-great-grandpa was going, see this?
I was just trying to think of which weatherman to say. I'm glad you said
Cover
one.
your shrubs.
I was going to say Bushwick. So.
I'm friends with Jay's great guy. And good meteorologist. 1937, the very first, John, you'll love this. 1937, the first FM radio construction permit is issued.
Boom.
For Radio WGTR in Boston, Massachusetts.
Love it. That's
Those
awesome.
call letters are still alive, but not in Boston. Actually, a station in Bucksport, South Carolina, now owns WGTR. It's a country station, so there you go. Franklin Roosevelt, this day in 1938, dedicates the Thousand Islands Bridge. This is weird, connecting the U.S. and Canada.
And they named a dressing after it.
They did. In fact, it opened a free trade. agreement on salad dressing, not just Thousand Island.
Is that why they call it the dressing? Does it have anything to do with that?
That's what I'm going with.
That's
it is fun to just say stuff,
and
isn't
he's
it?
sticking
It
to
is.
it.
And in 1969, they shut her down after 3 days of mud and drugs and fantastic music. Woodstock comes to a close, and who brought the curtain down? Jimi Hendrix, my friend.
Okay.
Jimi Hendrix and the Band of Gypsies. An awesome performance, and it's really, really different time. So there you
absolutely.
go. I know now, you know now, we all know, and we can just blast right ahead through this thing.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dan.
Absolutely. Thank you again for, man, I never thought in my lifetime I'd see Gay Paris.
Yeah, it was
But there we were.
quite a time.
It was so wonderful.
I have pictures
Oh, yeah, we
on
have
Facebook.
photos. You will have to check out
And
the
who knew,
photos.
then we hit that first restaurant, of course, which was really nice. And I strongly suggest, if you're into French cuisine, the Indian taco
They really were
with
good.
the fry bread was a home run.
And I was a big fan of their chislik. It was,
2 damn thumbs up.
two
I
foods.
had the French fries because
And in France.
we're in France.
I don't think we have the photos on our Facebook page for Sunny, but facebook.com/BigJohnSmall. I've got them there for sure.
And it's funny, you just pick up the language, too, almost just by osmosis.
Yes.
It's pretty
I
weird.
know, it's
Ever since we got
interesting
back,
to
I've been
everybody.
going like, yo, we.
You're listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris.
Do you pay too much for insurance? Have you looked around? Or are you too chicken? Don't be afraid to look around to see if you can find a better deal at InsuranceChicken.com. We make it super simple for you to see rates from several different companies, to see what they have to offer, all in one place. Peck out great insurance deals at InsuranceChicken.com. Is it time for you to cross the road? See if we can save you money each month at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for Ranger Dan's Critter Corner.
Well, I'm rough, tough, and ready. I'm a heck of a man. Eat my beans and weenies from a frying pan.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves to wrestle bears and lasso ducks, run over possums in my government truck.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves all the campers and the animals too. If you're picking on critters, I'm coming after you.
He's Ranger Dan.
Yes, sir. I'm Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Good
Morning, Ranger Dan.
Come over there, small. I gotta get my bearings here. It's whoa. Okay, Bruce.
Hey, what's up?
Pay attention, Heidi.
Ranger Dan.
I gotta tell you, you're so dang sweet. You giving old Ranger Dan a toothache.
Aww.
I'll be all right. Work for the state. I got benefits up the wazoo. What are you kidding me? We're a problem. Put it on my tab. Hey, you know, it's been pretty amazing. I never thought I'd be able to do it, but you know, I got coaxed on up there a while back, sometime back in January, doing a 2 for Tuesday at a little place called Cheetah's Peanut Bar, an off-sale liquor now, of course, known as Cheetah's No Peanut Bar.
We were there yesterday. We had a chance to see it.
Yeah, but no peanuts at that bar anymore. In Sisseton, South Dakota, of course, gateway to North Dakota or France, depending on who you talk to.
Yeah, Dan says France.
There was an open mic night, and old Ranger Dan got up there and started doing a little something, hidden talent, if you will, and ended up turning into a full-blown comedy album that's been selling
Which
like
is
hotcakes.
fantastic.
I love it. Yeah,
It's been pretty amazing. A lot of people, of course, that particular album, you get the Ranger Dan website, just hit the Chuckling Duck icon, and bingo, bango, there you go, just $29.95, plus $12.95 shipping and handling. Now 37 to 53 weeks for delivery. Meanwhile, people are going, geez, I'd sure love to hear a few more snippets of that amazing, that magical night.
yeah.
That would be fantastic.
So I'm going to give up a few more little samplers here. Are you ready to
We
laugh?
are ready.
To laugh? And again,
Ready.
all this humor is critter oriented,
Which is great.
That's what this is, critter
Excellent.
corner. Anyway, so tell me this. Why couldn't the leopard play hide and seek?
Why?
Because he was always spotted. Oh, hey. Did you know a kangaroo can jump higher than the Empire State Building?
Really?
You dang right, because the Empire State Building can't jump. That's one of them brain teaser things that, good God. Let's wrap it with this. Possibly not safe for work, but I really don't give a dang. What did the elephant say to the naked guy? He said, hey, how do you breathe through that little thing? That's Ranger Dan quacks you up.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Available on the Ranger Dan website. Well, that's all the time we have today. A little Radio Ranger. And Dan's got to mosey on and do some Ranger stuff. So, Ranger Dan, out, say it with me.
Yes, sir.
Some credit cards have really high rates or big annual fees. Usually, people sign up for these when it's all they qualify for. If that sounds like you, it may be time to get a better credit card. Over time, your situation changes, and you may qualify for a better credit card. Your current card hopes you don't think about it, but our site shows you many options to see if there's a better credit card for you. Check it out for free at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for Water Cooler Talk with Mr. Dan Farris.
Now, this has been coming up in the news more and more lately. I think in the past couple of years, there's been more than one bust, if you will, of massage parlors. Non-licensed masseuses. And then recently it actually was some kind of prostitution ring.
Yeah.
Right.
That started out with signs on boulevards for therapeutic Asian massage, and apparently that's not quite what that was.
Right.
And now we come to this. Dateline, Pierce, South Dakota, and thanks to Bob Mercer over at Kello for letting me completely snag this story. The South Dakota Massage Therapy Board, and yes, there is such a thing, decided yesterday to seek a state law requiring customers to cover certain parts of their bodies.
Oh.
Now, we're all fans of massage. I've got them off and on for you, and that's never
I've only done it one time.
What one time?
Massage. I've only gone and gotten a massage one time.
Oh, okay, but where I've gone, it's always professional. This has never really been an issue, but I'll read on here. The message: massage businesses run by licensed therapists are not places for prostitution. Apparently, there's been a number of occurrences where the client actually demands to be naked.
Okay.
And that ain't really anybody's comfort zone, apparently, because that's what this is. Now, a board member for the state, Bridget Myers, says, we're being violated on a regular basis anymore by customers coming in. She said she requires all clients to be draped. That is the term they use. But she's heard from other licensed therapists that a lot of customers want to only put on a washcloth or hand towel or nothing at all.
Oh, yeah, that would make me super uncomfortable.
Me too.
Now, the board voted to forward Georgia's requirement as a possible model. It says, quote, provide draping and treatment consistent with client safety, comfort, and privacy in compliance with recognized professional standards and massage therapy practice. I would never think, and I've gotten a number of, I would never say, you know what?
Don't cover
I'm
me
going
up.
total commando here. We ain't doing this.
No, there's no way I
There's
could.
only
That
one
would
time I
I
ever
would be
went.
so uncomfortable.
And Heidi got me a massage for my birthday, which is in November. So it was middle of the winter. And I get there, and the lady comes in. She says, okay, get undressed to your comfort level, and I'll be back in a few minutes.
To your comfort level.
She told me that. She left the room. When she came back in, all I had done is taken off my coat. She's like, well, you could take off like your shirt or your sweater or your jacket or something else if you want. But I was like, this is kind of my comfort level.
Well, I'm a pretty private guy and pretty timid in those situations. And I will get a hot oil massage wearing a full 3-piece suit with dress shoes.
Makes it a little difficult.
My dry cleaning mirror is but it's a nice experience all the way around.
And it sticks with you a little longer that way, too. This suit really wicks in the wax, doesn't it?
Can you please get that out for me?
So it's a thing, man. If you're going to do this, it is a very intimate surface.
Yeah.
Yes.
But hey, don't be a jackwagon.
Yeah.
Right.
It is what it is, man. These people are
Put
professionals.
that on a T-shirt.
So.
Don't be a jackwagon.
Don't be a jackwagon. Yeah, that's all there is to it. So there you go. Now you know. Water cooler talk, babies.
All right. Thanks, Dan. That was really nice.
It certainly. I hope I didn't rub anyone the wrong way.
I see what you did there.
That's why I'm in the tax
There
bracket I
you
am.
go.
Things like that.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris.
We're here to make it better.
If you find that drug or alcohol problems are hitting you too close to home, you can get help. Maybe it's time for rehab. Your insurance may even cover everything. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. Get help for a drug or alcohol problem within 24 hours.
We're here to make it better.
Get more information at timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Time now for a bright spot of news brought to you by Paul's Designer Showroom on Lake Lorraine in Sioux Falls. And today we shine this spotlight on a new partner here at Sunny Radio and Sioux Falls News Radio. We've got Real Solutions and Steve Beisman. And I had a chance to meet with Steve last week. Super nice guy. He and his son are just awesome, awesome folks. And here's how awesome they are. They want to give you $100. It'll take you like 30 seconds worth of time. And here's what I'm talking about. Steve Beisman and Real Solutions LLC, they're property specialists and they buy homes. So here's what they do. So let's just say, for example, if in your neighborhood there's a home that's maybe in disrepair, maybe the person that has the home maybe doesn't even live there and the property is in, rough shape. These guys, this is exactly the type of home they're looking for. And you can reach out and say, hey, Steve, this is the address of that home. And then if Steve closes on that home, he's going to give you $100 for just making that phone call. He said, right now, my son and I are literally just like driving around town looking for homes that we can reach out to people for this opportunity to buy the home, do some work on it, flip the thing, So if you know of a home, doesn't even have to be your home, doesn't even have to be one you own. You don't even need to necessarily know the person that lives there. You don't need to know their name. Just say, hey, here's the address. If you know more, that's certainly not going to hurt. But I would love, love, love for you to get an extra $100 for making a phone call. Now, I'm going to give you the phone number here in a minute. I'm also going to give you the website, and I'm going to post all of this on our Facebook page too. So if you're driving and you're going, okay, I don't have time to write all this stuff down, just remember Steve Beisman, Real Solutions, and the website is realsolutions605.com. But what they're looking for is this could be a huge opportunity for you. If there's a home in your neighborhood that's like, like I said before, kind of the ugly duckling, the diamond in the rough in the neighborhood, if they can purchase that home and do some work to it and make it a better home, a more beautiful home, first of all, it's going to help the whole neighborhood. So it's going to increase the value of your home too. But the other thing is you're going to get $100 for making the phone call to say, hey, Steve, here's one. Here's one you don't have to go out and look for. So I'm going to give you his phone number here. I gave you the website, realsolutions605.com. And if you want to just call him right now, his number is 605-215-0470. And again, Steve is the gentleman's name. Super nice dude. Steve Beisman, Real Solutions LLC from Sioux Falls. And the homes don't have to be right in Sioux Falls. So if you're listening in the Sioux Empire and you're going, hey, this one's in Brandon, it's in T, it's in Harrisburg, it's in Hartford, it's, wherever it is in this area, he's interested in homes in this whole area. So again, if you know of, it could be your home too. He's going to give you a lot more than $100 that way. So if it's a home that's yours, you can reach out to him. And again, at closing, even if it's not your home, if you give an address that's in the neighborhood, whatever, at closing, you will get $100 just for giving him a phone number. So it's literally going to take you 30 seconds to make a phone call, and you could get $100. That right there, I would say, is a pretty bright spot of news. If you would like to reach out to him, again, the phone number, 605-215-0470, and the website, once again, realsolutions605.com. I'm going to throw all this on our Facebook page as well. That's our bright spot of news for today, brought to you by Paul's Designer Showroom on Lake Lorraine in Sioux Falls. Many people have dabbled in the stock market for their very first time ever this year. If you're new to the market, but you don't want to learn things the hard way and the expensive way, I encourage you to subscribe to this free newsletter. You can get the inside track with Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at marketbeatminute.com. Subscribe for free. If you change your mind, just unsubscribe. Sign up for free right now at marketbeatminute.com. That's marketbeatminute.com. Time now for entertainment news of the day with Mr. Dan Farris.
Because celebrities are fabulous. And as far as I can tell, although I love them dearly, Hollywood hasn't had an original thought in about 30 years.
That is true.
Woo! So let's rehash this bad boy. Remakes don't really bother me unless the original was really, really
was
kind of
amazing
perfect.
and shouldn't be messed with.
Spot on.
Yeah.
But I'm having a little trouble with this one because I think it might be pretty good because I really like both these actors.
Yeah.
Here's the skinny. We're all fans of planes, trains, automobiles.
It was
I watch
amazing.
it at least once a year.
I know you guys are huge fans.
Perfect.
And my favorite thing about it is it's such a great movie, but this is my favorite thing about it. John Hughes put that movie together over a weekend. He literally sat down and wrote it because there's a writer's strike coming.
Threw John Candy and Steve Martin together, and it was magical.
It was.
Yeah, John
it was
Hughes,
perfect.
John Candy, Steve Martin. How do you get better than that?
Here's the skinny. These guys are both bigs, though. We're talking about Will Smith teaming up with Kevin Hart.
It's going to be funny.
They're not only going to star in, they are going to co-produce remake of the 87 road comedy classic for Paramount Pictures.
Will it be a remake or a reimagining, or what are they calling this one?
The information I have here, John, says the remake will be a modern update of the original, with Smith and Hart playing characters who are forced to team up to tackle travel obstacles to get home to loved ones. Well, that's the same premise, but apparently it's just going to be in 2020 or whenever they produce the darn thing.
I wonder if it will be Thanksgiving like the other one
I
was.
won't be watching it.
You will.
I won't watch it.
I will,
I don't
so
know.
you will. Yes, you will.
Well, it's interesting what happens because, you had Ghostbusters, which again was kind of a happy accident. I mean, that thing, when you look behind the scenes production and everything else, it was just...
It was perfect.
It was like happy accidents going on everywhere with that thing.
Yeah. Which, by the way, my guest tomorrow, Ray Parker Jr. How fun is
really?
that? Yeah,
Funny.
it's my guest tomorrow.
But then, of course, you had the sequel, kind of whatever. But then they decided to redo the whole thing with an all-female cast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And although these actresses were all pretty much A-listers, that movie just bombed.
It didn't do as well.
It just, things are what they are.
Well, there's a new Ghostbusters coming out next year with a lot of the original cast.
And that one I will see.
That's true. Most all of them are on board for
Rick
that.
Moranis is not. He's the only one I've heard that's not going to be on board. So
okay.
He said he wasn't going to. I thought he was thinking of coming back. That's really sad.
He's not gotten back to me. I don't know. So,
but I think that's the problem when you have a movie that's so good, and even if it's 10 years, 20 years, 30 years later, you do a complete remake of it. Everybody who's familiar with the original is going to be pretty darn judgmental.
So, do you remember the movie Brewster's Millions? The 1985.
Yeah,
Richard Pryor.
Yeah,
I love that movie, and I found out that is a remake. That was like the third remake of that movie.
That's been done a bunch of times.
So remakes in Hollywood, that's nothing new. They've been remaking movies over and over and over.
Of course. But it just seems like it's been a lot more lately.
Yeah, they've been stuck right now with like no good new ideas. So it's like, let's take a good old idea. I felt
for a lot of years that there's really nothing new under the sun. The idea is you just kind of take something, twist it, and make it your own,
Yeah,
I'm going to submit this script that I've got right here. It looks a lot like handwriting. It's just notes from my trip yesterday. It's called The Road to Sisseton, France. I'm pretty sure that's going to be a Netflix original.
Nobody will see that coming.
No.
And by the way, NPR will air virtually anything.
I liked the name Dan Farris's Day Off.
Yeah.
Farris.
For those of you who missed all of that earlier, we went to Sisseton for Dan's birthday yesterday.
It was fantastic.
And it is part of France. Most people don't know that. But
yeah, look it up. It's
they
on a
don't
map.
know it in Sisseton either.
Punch up the Louisiana Purchase and just look at the territorial lines that were drawn in that purchase, and you will see, plain as day, that Sisseton was not included.
I've already got people calling you on that. They're saying that's not accurate.
Totally accurate. You pull into Sisseton right now and say hi to somebody, they're going to go, oui.
Well, I don't think so. But.
Can I interest you in some du fromage du pepe?
That's right either. Well,
something
Dan,
along those lines.
Since you're swearing in French now, we should probably let you go. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me, man. It's been a blast.
It is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you by Cheetah's No Longer Peanut Bar in Sisseton.
If you have a credit card, we'd like to help you make sure it's the best credit card for you. Take a few minutes to look at your current interest rate and see what you get for points or perks. Then go to bettercreditcards.com to see if we can help you find a better credit card. This will literally cost you nothing, and it could help you get a better credit card. If you don't have a credit card right now, you can check us out too at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Tuesday, the 18th of August, 2020. The S&P 500 hovered within a very tight range for the fourth day in a row on Monday. The broad market index continues to brush up against its all-time high, but failed once again to hit the mark. The day's trading was influenced by both hope and fear. Hope that the U.S. Congress could finalize an additional stimulus bill, and fear that it wouldn't. Market action was also influenced by the week's roster of events. Regarding earnings, most of the big retailers from Walmart to Target, Home Depot to Lowe's are all slated to report, and the expectations are high. Regarding economic data, the market is waiting for the release of minutes from the last Fed meeting, as well as key reads on manufacturing, services, and the housing market. If the earnings and economic data come in strong, the market may not need another stimulus bill to push the S&P 500 above its all-time high. You can get the inside track with Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at marketbeatminute.com.